Hey guys, how's it going? Um, I was just talking to Glenn, who I sort of helped a little bit online for a little while because he had tinnitus really bad, and on top of that, he was a little bit getting addicted to a medication, and he's doing so much better. And he was saying he's starting to feel like he is adjusting now, and he can handle this tinnitus thing. But he certainly was not like that before. He still has his bad days, and he was just kind of asking me like what's it like for me, and what did he say? You know, he was saying that he guesses that maybe the sound sort of just fades into the brain, and he says I'm not totally there yet, but I can imagine because in the morning, recently it's been good that I barely notice it. And there's good and bad days though, and I use sound therapy at night, and in the daytime he works and he just gets busy working and he doesn't think about it either. He said it's been like that for a while. Like he's been able to work, just I think it was in the morning and the night especially he had a problem, and he could even work with no like masking sounds, but so he just imagined that the sound melts into your brain. I haven't heard that one before, but that's kind of interesting. Yeah, like it's so hard to describe when I mean I and many other people have gone from the place where it's just so loud, unbearable, hard to imagine that you could ever recover from this and just be normal like this with this sound there all the time. It's just totally awful. And I can't stop thinking about it. I've been there. I know exactly what it's like. I mean, I can't say that I'm you, but I've talked to a lot of people that are like me, and they went through the same thing. And it's good to hear Glenn is starting to feel like he's getting a handle on it now. So yeah, what is it like? I mean, what is it like to habituate to tinnitus? I mean, this is just a word, habituation. But what is it like to get to the point where you kind of are handling it much better now? You're in a better state of mind. You're not so frantic all the time. You're able to relax more and sleep better and concentrate on things, do the work you need to do. What is that like? And yeah, I mean, that's what I saw. I mean, I definitely started out having the masking sound by my head all the time, and even then, I totally hated it. And I did some research and stuff, and I started trying to do meditations where, like, I put on this air purifier that's near me, and I would try to focus on hearing that sound and only that sound. Only hear the air purifier, only hear the background noises, or go outside and only hear the birds singing, or whatever other noises there are out there. But just try to focus on some other sound and really focus on that, and then use the masking sounds. But I think that training of meditating on another sound can be really good at getting your brain to be able to switch onto that other sound. And it may be difficult. So, like when you're meditating and stuff, you could close your eyes or whatever, and like you only hear that other sound and you really focus on that. And then your brain may come back to the sound of the tinnitus and you say, okay, I hear the tinnitus, but I'm going to go back and think about the other sound and do that. And there's other things you can focus on besides sounds, but that's just one strategy. I haven't done a meditation video in a while. I probably should do that next. But I got to the point after some things like that where, yeah, just like Glenn, I would sort of wake up in the morning and I'd be laying there in bed and I'd be thinking about something else, but it didn't. The tinnitus didn't just suddenly come to me in my brain. Like I didn't think about it for a few minutes, and then like, oh yeah, there's that sound. And I would go all the way until I got out of bed and walked into the kitchen, and then when I got to the kitchen, I would be like, okay, there's the sound, and so I would just start to get some moments where I didn't think about the sound. I mean, for me, it's always there. The sound is always there. In a louder environment, I'd say it can be hard to find. But I mean, I can usually find it still even in the loud environment. But it does start to get where it's like a sound that is always there, so you don't need to think about it. It just like he said, it melts into the brain. It kind of fades away a little bit, and this is something that I believe is doable, and that's one of the reasons I have this channel. I've even talked to people with multiple sounds or very, very loud tinnitus, and even they have been able to do that. There's one lady where it's like a fire alarm, really, really loud, and even that sound she was able to fade into the background. I will never say that I'm aware of too many situations where the sound went away, but it's just kind of an interesting thing where it's just something that's always there, and the brain's able to just say, okay, it's there, but I don't need to think about it. So you just don't notice it. That's what happens. So how do you get where you don't notice it? It's just because you get where you're not afraid of it anymore. You know it won't hurt you. Maybe you've even gone to the doctor and they've checked you out and they said it won't hurt you. And then you have to believe that. You have to really believe that it's not going to hurt you. By all means, ask the doctor, make sure they agree with that. But, you know, in most cases, you know, it won't hurt you. So you find that out, and then you know it won't hurt you. And then you start training yourself to bring your concentration onto other things. And with enough training, what'll happen is you'll get pretty good at doing that. Like, you know, one of the exercises I did before bed, because I could not sleep, I would just do something to try to train my brain, and that would be to draw. And I would draw, I would find some, like some picture online. It might be like anime or cartoon characters, and I would copy them. I had some colored pencils or pens, both, and I would draw cartoon characters. In some cases, I would follow YouTube tutorials. But you can see what I'm doing there is, you know, I'm having to create something, I'm having to study the tutorial or study the drawing and draw it myself, and it distracts my brain onto that. So I kind of developed that skill, but it was very difficult at first. It was really hard to not think about anything except the tinnitus. But I developed that skill, and I got where I could. And now I'm so switched from where I was before, where like I don't need to like try hard. It's just natural now. I don't think about the tinnitus. And kind of interesting, I guess you might say, when I do think about it, I'm kind of proud of what I've done. I'm happy that I've been able to get to a point where it does not distress me anymore, where I can live a normal life. So when I hear the sound, it really is a nice sound. It's a sound of that I achieved something. I went through a really, really terrible time, and I found a way out of it. And now I'm in this, you know, it's not exactly utopia, but, you know, it's like, wow, I did it. You know, I hear the sound, and I don't even care anymore. It doesn't bother me anymore. And it's like, wow, it's such a miracle. I'm so thankful that I've been able to do that. And on top of that, I'm thankful that I can have this channel, and I'm thankful that I feel like there's a basis for what I'm saying. It's not like I'm selling you anything. It's not like I have anything to gain from this. I feel like there's a basis for this because I've talked to enough people who have said, had the same story where they were in a terrible place. Now they're in a much better place. And how high can you go? I don't know. Like for me, sometimes I am sort of like floating on air. I'm so happy that I've gotten to this place. But I do know that there are superior states of mind that you can work your way up to. And possibly tinnitus may be that platform that allows you to understand about training your brain to focus on those things that are important to you, and then be thankful for what you have. And that's another wonderful thing I'll say before I end this video is, having a good place in your heart is always nice. And say it with enthusiasm or just with feeling, with passion. I'm so thankful that I'm still here. I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity to face this challenge still. And I'm thankful that there are others who have come before me who faced this challenge and came through successfully. So I'm thankful that I also have the opportunity to do the same thing and get to a better place. And I'm thankful for the people in my life, or the stable place that I live in, for maybe having a car to drive or a bed to sleep in or having good food every day. I'm really thankful for that. And like that, this is also a type of meditation, isn't it? So when you get to a place where the sound is so loud and it's really bothering you, can you really just kind of get that warm feeling, of some things you really are thankful about, and maybe you can switch your thoughts toward those things. Maybe there's someone you can help today. Maybe there's someone you can say something kind to today. Maybe you're thankful to have this wonderful house you live in, and you're going to give it some TLC and make it nice and beautiful, clean it up, and organize things today, and be thankful for that. Maybe some simple things like that would be helpful to you. But I truly am thankful, and the more I feel thankful, the more I'm motivated, to keep doing the work, to keep going down the journey to get there. I mean, you never really get there, right? But you get further, and you get to a better place, and you learn and grow. And I'd like to just plant the seed with you that maybe this is going to be an amazing journey for you still, where you learn and grow and get to a much better place. And even though you sunk so low, sometimes that's the very thing that gets you way up there in a beautiful place. So okay. Wow, I'm so inspiring today, right? I try my best. Okay, so you have a wonderful day or night or wherever you are, and I'm going to go dancing. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.